So welcome once again to Sorare Wakey Academy, and today we're going to be scouting the Spain under-23s. We're going for an SO5 team today. I've changed it from the SO11 to an SO5 team because I think the video was too long. But they're all going to be cheap, young players, so any new starters coming in might want to sort of look at these. But before we do get started then, I just want to say a big thank you to Pastor Fred, who's helping with the thumbnails on the last one and this one that we're doing right now. You can see if we go to my channel there, I've done the last three and they were improving a little bit, but I've got Pastor Fred in, who's doing it as a bit of a favour to me, and he's done that last one there, Scouting Italy. Looks a lot more professional, should get me a lot more views as well. So thank you very much to him. If you want to go and check him out then, here's his Twitter. I'm sure he won't mind me putting that on for you. Man United fan, unfortunate, but you know, can't all be right and all be Liverpool fans, can we? So thank you very much to him. As always, I've done a little, what do we call them now, watch list. I've done a watch list on soraredata, which you can go and have a look at. You see it here. It's going to be called Spain Under-23s Wakey Academy. We've also done that, the last one, which was Italy Under-23. So you can see them both. I'll make them both public once I finish the list itself. And I'll also put a link in down below so that you can all check these out if you need to. So also remember, before we get started, to like and subscribe. I'm always running competitions, and I might ask any subscribers to put a comment below, and then they've got a chance of winning one of my cards. Also, I'm an affiliate, if you remember. Just started that, so if you buy 5 cards at auction using my link, then you'll get one free at the end of that when you bought your 5 cards. And if you are using my link, I might throw a free card in as well, a free limited card, maybe a couple. We'll see how it goes. So let's get on with this then. Spain under-23s, the cheapest sort of players at the under-23 level. They're not the best players that you'll ever get, but they are sort of cheapish. Now the first player who comes in is Iker Alvarez Duarte. Now he's basically known as Iker Alvarez. Now he plays for Villarreal, but also Villarreal's seconds. Now for those that don't know, Villarreal have their first team. They also have a second team which plays in the next division down. And they sort of put these keepers either playing for the seconds or sub for the first team. It depends, so a bit of a grey area there. But his last 5 he's hitting 63, and his last 15 he's hitting 63. But look at the games, he's not playing every game. He's sort of in and out of the team, to be fair. Look at his price of £58 for what, a 21-year-old, an under-21 goalkeeper basically. £58. It's not a massive price, but you know it's not cheap. I understand it's not cheap, but it is an under-23 player. So you've got a lot of utility there. So prices, yeah, not too bad. But looking at his scores then, his scores are decent when he plays. Now he doesn't play a lot. Remember, he's only a young keeper. There's a lot of good keepers at Villarreal, including their reserves and the second team. So he's sort of in and out. But when he does get in, he's hitting like 70, 75 there and a 36. Played 3 of the last 5 because he's also up against Jorgensen, who's one of the other goalkeepers that are scouted as well. And they sort of switch between the two of them. They're either sub for the first team or they start in the second team. So decent results when he plays. You know, 12 and a 15 there for his all-round scores. If we have a look on SofaScore, we'll see him here, just Iker Alvarez, which is easier. You've got his little season heat map there, and he's played 7 games in total, started 7, 90 minutes. I think he's only kept 1 clean sheet. If we go down to defending, you see there, 3 clean sheets out of 7. But also, not only that, he has international utility. He actually plays for Andorra. And he's not too bad for Andorra, you know. 4 games there, 4 started. I think there's only 1 clean sheet in this one. That's what I was getting mixed up with. So 1 clean sheet in this game. But yeah, plays for Andorra. Not the best goalkeeper in the world, but he's only young. He's you know, up and coming. Between him and Jorgensen for who's going to get that substitute place at Villarreal or who's starting in the second. So a couple of good keepers there. Go to his this is Wikipedia page, and you'll see here he's like 6'3". He's played for the C team and then moved to the B team. Hopefully now he moves on to the first team. And you'll also see for Andorra there, he's played with 17s, 19s, 21s, and now full international, 7 games for them. So he's no slouch. He's a decent player. And as you'll see on my Spain under-23 watch list, I also targeted Philip Jorgensen, who's the other one, probably well known, or more well known than Iker Alvarez anyway. See the difference in the price there. Jorgensen's cheaper, so go for either one of them. You know, I think you've got a good keeper for the future there. So he's my first player in the SL5 team, and I've stuck him in here, as you'll see. Nice little picture, little graphic there. Not the best, but I'm still learning, as you know. So that's Alvarez, Iker Alvarez, stuck in as my goalkeeper. So we'll look at my second player, which is going to be my defender, and it's Sergi Cardona, who plays for Las Palmas in the Smartbank League, second division in Spain. Now he's £28, as you can see up here, that's his floor price, £28. Average price is 28 as well. You see he's recently gone up. He was getting sold at like 19 and £20. He's played a little bit better recently. He's moved up to like the £28. So you might get him for like 25. But his scores are really good. He's a left back. That's what he plays in 52 for his last 5, 54 for his last 15, and 49 for his last 40 performances. He's a pretty good lad. Plays a lot of games, this one. As you'll see here with his scores then, a lot of greens, a 74 there, 67 and 95. I'm just going to scroll down his games so you can see here. He's playing in most games, only had 59 minutes there, but he's playing almost 90 minutes in each game. And you'll see he had a really good spell here with all his greens playing in this league. It's not the best league in the world, but I believe there might be a bit of transfer news on him as well. But that's his scores coming in there. Let's have a look at his SOFA score then. Because in this league, you can see he's a left back, sort of wing back again. He's up and down that wing non-stop. He's played 20 games, 19 starts, team of the week 3 times, no goals, but also 2 assists. And digging a little bit deeper into his Wikipedia, you can see here that he started at gymnastic, and he moved on to a team called Pobla Mafume, never heard of them. But then he moved to gymnastics first side, or gymnastic, and then Las Palmas B team, 24 games, 1 goal. So he's not a big goal scorer. And then he moved into the first team, played for Las Palmas, 42 games, no assists, as you can see there. But he is also a 6'1" player, so quite tall for a left back, to be fair. And you'll see, looking at him here, he's still 23 years old, but he's got utility till July the 1st, 24, so 18 months of utility at under 23 level. We've added him to our watch list, and you'll see here I've also added a second one, Peru Nolascoin, who's £14, decent L5 score, so go and check him out and have a look at him as well. And so let's pop him into our SL5 lineup. So we've got Iker Alvarez and Sergi Cardona so far. So the next one we're going to be adding in is a midfielder, and it's Carlo Adriano, who plays for Villarreal also in the first division in Spain, so the La Liga. Not great in his last 5 and last 15. Last 40 improves a little bit, but he's only a young lad. He's 21 years old. And looking at his price up here, we've got him at £7.86 floor price. They've been going as little as his last sale was £5.83. So not an expensive player whatsoever. He plays in that midfield, sort of left-hand side of midfield. Down as a reserve, but that's reserved for the first team. Plays in the second team, Villarreal seconds. So let's have a look at him. And as we look down his scores, you'll see they're not massive. He has had 100 up there, 66 and 61, but mostly just sort of around the 40s to 50s. This is a player for the future, 21 like I say. Now, looking at his scores, you'll see he was subbing out of the team for the first and the second, a sort of mixture. He's been a sub for the first team, played in the second. And just recently he's been playing for the seconds for 90 minutes, 90 minutes, 90 minutes as a central midfielder for all of these. And he even got, at the last game there, he was playing as he was on the bench anyway, and didn't come off the bench, but he was playing in the first team. So he's starting to make a name for himself. Not massive scorers, 2 yellow cards as well recently. But I think he's starting to make a little name for himself then. Looking at his performance here on SofaScore, you can see that he's all over the middle of the pitch basically. He's right-footed, plays in centre mid. He's played 16 games with 15 starts and 1 goal. This is for the second team. So not a lot of first team games for him, but really good player at that price. Looking on his Wikipedia then, he's about 5'11", born in Spain. He's played for Villarreal C team, 26 games, played 60 games for the B team. He's also played just 1 substitute match for the first team. He's also had an under-19 game for the Spanish international side. So that's what I'm adding to our team now. Spain under-23 side, the 3 of the players in there so far. Carlo Adriano, our first midfielder. So we come to our next player. This is my extra position, and it's going to be Roberto Lopez, who's a midfielder, plays for Mirandes in the Smartbank, Spanish second division. You see his last 5 of 61, a 50 for 15, and a 47 for 40. Plays sort of right midfield, come centre midfield. 22 age-wise now, he's got 18 months utility still left in him. It's going to cost you £10. Now looking at his graph again here, his latest price £8, so you know his highest price that has been is £39. So it has been decent, but his last 5 are suggesting that he's just finding his form again now. Let's have a look at his SO5 scores. Mirandes are not the best of teams, are they? But he really is hitting form. 94, 78, 63, really good scores coming up here. Involved in at least 70 minutes of the game in most of them, 58 in that last one. But he's also had like a couple of assists there, 4 goals in his last 6 games. Not bad. Before that he was struggling a little bit, but he's now sort of settled into his team, starting to play well. His price should go up basically if he continues in this form. If we look at his SOFA score then, we'll see mainly plays down the right and sort of right central. Played 19 games, 14 starts, only 63 minutes in each game though roughly, 2 team of the week matches and 4 goals, and I think he's got a few assists, 2 assists as well, so not a bad player. And for the price you're getting him at, I think he's going to improve. You'll see in his Wikipedia here, he's a 5'10" attacking midfielder, playing on loan from Mirandes, came from Sociedad, played in the C team, the B team, the first team even, 21 games with 3 goals, and has gone on loan to Mirandes. It says no games there, but he has played games for them, as we'll see in a second. Going back here to his game chart, you'll see Mirandes. So he's played all the way down here for a lot of games now then playing for these. So that's my next player, and that is Roberto Lopez from Mirandes, midfielder, to add our extra player into our 5. So we move on to the last players in our 5 in our SO5, and it's Giuliano Simeone. Now he's a 19-year-old, so really, really young. He's playing for Real Zaragoza in the Smartbank La Liga, so the second division again. He's £24 for his floor price, £22 on average. And if you have a look at his price graph, then you'll see down here, people are getting him as little as £19 to £20 then. So, real good price for him. He is a striker, so they are a bit more expensive. Plays as a main striker. He's got a last 5 of 49, played all 100% of them. 47 for his last 15 and 47 for his last 40. Now, Simeone's on loan from Atletico Madrid, and you'll see down his scores at the moment. Whilst he's been playing here, he's been doing really well. But he wasn't getting a game with Atletico. He played 1 match, I think, and he's moved over here to Zaragoza. He was playing most games there, he's seen 90 minutes for nearly all the games. Just improved just recently, he started to hit a couple of goals there, and he's getting good scores, 76 and 62 for a £25 player who's only young, and he's got the world at his feet basically in Spain. Now I believe a few teams are after Simeone because he's done really well this season. You see he plays all over the front there. Played 20 games, 17 starts, getting 76 minutes a game, 6 goals and 2 assists. And you'll see from his Wikipedia, he's actually born in Italy. He's 5'8". Current team is Zaragoza on loan from Atletico Madrid. But he started his youth career at River Plate, moving on to Madrid. And you'll see he's out of date, this Zaragoza one. He's played more than 5 games there now, as you've just seen. 51 games for Atletico's B team, just 1 game for the firsts. But I think definitely an up-and-coming player, getting early enough, his price could double. Who knows when he moves on. So there we have our SO5 team, our Spanish under-23 side. We've got Iker Alvarez in goal, Sergio Cardona as our defender, Carlo Adriano as midfielder alongside Roberto Lopez and Giuliano Simeone up top. All under-23s, all great players. And we'll just have a quick look at the watch list for who else didn't quite make it. So I didn't show our 2 spare midfielders, but we've got Vinicius Souza up there, who most people have probably heard of, and Cesar Gilbert. Go and have a look at them 2. Great scores, not expensive, £14 and £7. And then for our second forward, we had Samuel Lino, but it's a bit expensive, £46, but a real good up-and-coming player. Go and have a look at him as well. So that's our team for Spain. You know where to find me. We've got my Discord on there, got my Twitter on there. You can also comment under the videos, and please leave comments under the videos because I react to all of them. That's just my over-page view and a look at my team and stuff, so don't worry about that. But remember to like, subscribe. If you've got any friends who want to join up, get them to join up with an affiliate. Even if it's not me, get an affiliate to sign them up as they get that extra card when they buy 5. Hope you enjoyed that video, and we'll come back with the next one. I don't know where I'm going to go next, but we'll flip a coin and see where we end up. So thank you, hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you soon.